I baked some more tortilla chips today. In the oven, oil-free. Yeah, just like I did earlier this week in that video, how to bake tortillas oil-free. Except this time, I didn't use the crisper sheet. I followed the advice of some of my smart fans and followers here on YouTube, and I thought I'd do it like they did and compare what the results. And so now I'm going to share that with you. Okay, Sabrina says, "You're funny. Have a nice day and thank you for the recipe and the laugh." You're welcome. Nadine Augustine says, "Oh, this looks good. I like tortilla chips." Wait, did I say like? I love tortilla chips. Here's where I go off on a tangent. Could I use my cooling rack, the one I use to cool cookies? I love the hint of lime Tostitos, so what if I use straight lime juice on both sides? What? You are wild, girl. Painting those triangles looks like work. Could I paint the whole tortilla and then cut it using my pizza cutter? Oh, you're smart. I put that in my bonnet. I saved that, and I did that today. You'll see in just a minute. Okay, here's another one from Camille and Bambi. Camille said, "What a great idea. I need a crisper sheet in my life. I wonder if you could dissolve the salt in warm water and then put it in a little spray bottle and spray the tortillas so that it's much less work. I think I'm going to try it because I have quite a lot of salsa that needs to be eaten soon." I love that. I love pretending that salsa is going to go bad. Uber Virgin says, "Time consuming. May try this with seasoned salt water in spray bottle. We'll check to see if we have the brand tortillas in Oregon." Try that. Let me know what happens. Oregon Patchwork was wondering if this would work in the dehydrator. I have no idea. You're going to have to tell me. Crunchy Scott said, "Awesome recipe. Even more awesome, the lime green walls." Oh, gorgeous. Thanks, Scott. SD Hammer wrote in and said, "If you don't have a crisper like this, put it on a cookie sheet. No parchment or Silpat. Bake at 400 degrees for 13 minutes. I asked her if she flips the chips, and she said, "No, ma'am." She went on to say, "I usually do 2 sheet pans worth, keep in a container for a week, and they stay crisp." I don't think they'd live that long at my house. "You might start at 10 minutes since everyone's oven is different, but 13 works perfectly every time in my oven." Okay, I should have reread that today because you're going to see what happens, what I did. And probably should have reread that. Okay. Now I want to show you what I did today to successfully and unsuccessfully bake tortilla chips. Yeah, I messed up, but I saved my messed up chips for you so you could see what I did wrong. Keeping it real. Okay, so I started with 2 to 3 tablespoons of straight up lime juice. Yeah, no water this time. I've got some salt. It's sea salt, see? Okay, anyways, and then I added 1½ teaspoons of salt to my lime juice. There was a text message that popped up. Stirred that in together. And then here's all the rest of the corn tortillas that I had left over. I've been munching on these all week long. And what I had, like 6 or 7 of those left? Not that much. And then I got my pastry brush out. And I got a pair of scissors. And then here's the package for the corn tortillas. If you can find these, I think these are the secret to having good baked tortilla chips. Okay? All right, so with all that out of the way, I just dipped my pastry brush in my lime juice, and I'm trying to pick up some of that salt, and I am just brushing the whole tortilla this time. And of course, I'm trying to knock off the extra lime juice. I want to pick up the salt. I'm trying to pick up the salt, but I'm trying not to soak the corn tortilla. And it smells so good. I love lime juice and corn tortillas. It smells really good together. Okay, now that I've got the tortillas all coated with lime juice and salt, I'm just going to use my cutting scissors. Well, like there's any other cut scissors. My kitchen scissors to cut those up into tortilla shapes. I would use a pizza cutter, but mine stinks. It doesn't cut very well, so that's why I'm using the scissors. Okay, and then I thought, well, if I can cut 3 tortillas, let's see if I can cut 5. And sure enough, I can do it. So it was really easy to cut 5 tortillas up like this, which I know I could not do with my pizza cutter. It's just not that strong. Ta-da! Yeah, baby. I felt like I was rocking and rolling today. Okay, and then I just spread all those out. And of course, I already knew I've got way too many chips and not enough room on this baking sheet. So I'm going to have to, do this in 2 batches. And of course, I already have the oven going when I was, doing all this. I had the oven. I was actually baking some sweet potatoes in the oven at the same time that I was making these chips. So the oven was already hot at 400 degrees. Going to town on some sweet potatoes. Okay, there you go. Ta-da! And then, okay, so this first batch, I popped in the oven and set the timer for 13 minutes because, I had 13 stuck in my head. I totally forgot that part where Esty says I should start at 10 minutes and then see how it goes from there. No, I just said, oh no, 13, that ought to do it. 13. So I set it for 13 minutes. Okay, so since I used my kitchen shears, I was a little concerned that wetting the tortillas first would get my shears all gummy, but they didn't. They were still good. So I could still run with scissors, do whatever I had to. Okay, here you go. Here's 13 minutes. Too long. Too long in my oven. But you know what? They're still good. Okay, so with the next batch of chips, let me just say that right here, you see they got pretty brown and on one side and not so brown on the other. And you can see the salt and the lime juice on that tortilla. Still tasted good though. They're not ruined, even though they're a little browner than I wanted them to be. Man, are they crunchy and they could taste, kind of reminded me of corn chips. Okay, so with the rest of those tortilla chips that I had, when I popped those in the oven, I set the timer for 10 minutes exactly. And for my oven, ta-da! I got perfect tortilla chips. So lesson learned. And check out, these tortilla chips worked out so much better on the baking sheet than they did on the crisper sheet. So if you haven't purchased a crisper sheet yet, just skip it. Just go with the baking sheet. You can see, look how that corn tortilla just puffed up. So not all of them, but a lot of them puffed up. And I think that's because the tortillas themselves are so thin. And they're just so yummy. And they're crispy. Oh my goodness. I'm touching them all. Yeah, I touched all of them. And you know what? I'm going to eat them all. All right, so there you go. That's how my tortilla chips turned out today. I learned that baking tortilla chips on the baking sheet for 13 minutes at 400 degrees is too long. 10 minutes is absolutely perfect. All right, so thank you everyone for throwing in their 2 cents and sharing what works for them. That helps me and helps everybody else that's watching and lurking. You know who you are. All right, I love y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.